Well, how Minnesota schools open in a few weeks will be based on new guidance from the state. Leaders laid out the Safe Learning Plan today, which bases decisions on how to reopen on local COVID-19 data. If your community starts to see a change in the spread of the coronavirus, that would then change how students and staff go to school. News 8 Now's Mal Meyer explains what's in that plan and what it means for the school year.
It wouldn't be a school year without a little math. You take the number of cases, divide it by the county's population per 10,000 people to get where to start.
It's going to be a first day of school unlike any we've seen.
Based on the metrics right now, public schools in Houston County could do all in-person learning. In Winona County, elementary schools could be in person, but middle and high schools would have to do a mix of in-person and distance learning.
Where it is physically possible to teach our students, we will do that.
Under an executive order, school districts have to follow these plans, but there is wiggle room. As long as they follow the steps, it can be less restrictive, or
schools can make the decision to implement a more restrictive model if they decide to do so.
If the local COVID-19 situation changes, their plans need to as well. Winona Area Public Schools Superintendent Annette Freiheit says she hopes to have as little change as possible during the school year.
There's enough stress with this pandemic already that if we can keep that as stable as possible, I think that will help tremendously.
This is why they need the community's help to stop the spread. That means wearing a mask, social distancing, and washing your hands frequently.
For parents, too, if your child is sick, please keep them at home.
With the start of the school year rapidly approaching, officials will be working quickly to confirm their safety plan. They'll present it during the next school board meeting for feedback, especially for in-person learning.
And what it looks like exactly is going to get worked out here in the next week or so.
For News 8 Now, I'm Mal Meyer.
Districts still have to provide distance learning for those who request it. Teachers and staff must also be provided an option to work remotely. If there is a case of COVID-19 in the school, there are a series of scenarios that will determine who will be tested and then quarantined.